The ancient pyramids are one of the main attractions of Egypt. Majestic burial structures were erected long before the advent of our era. During your vacation, you simply must look at these colossi rising in the middle of the desert. The most interesting facts about the Egyptian pyramids. The tomb of Pharaoh Djoser is considered the oldest of all the explored pyramids. Today its age exceeds 4,700 years. In total, about 140 pyramids were erected on the west bank of the Nile during the era of ancient Egypt, but most of them are very poorly preserved. The reason for this was not so much the natural impact as the human factor. For centuries these structures were robbed and dismantled for the construction of other buildings. The faces of the pyramids are oriented strictly to the cardinal points. It is still not known how the Egyptians managed to achieve such an exact match. Initially, the outer walls of the largest pyramids were lined with snow-white marble and limestone. The panels reflect the sun's rays, creating a glowing effect. However, this cladding was removed a long time ago and used for other needs. The height of these structures gradually decreases due to the erosion of the material under the influence of the sun and winds. For example, the Pyramid of Cheops originally had a height of 146.6 m, and now it is only 138.75 m. According to experts, the construction of each large object near Giza took about 2.5 to 2.7 million stone blocks of 20 to 30 tons. All these elements were hewn and stacked by hand. For a long time it was mistakenly believed that the pyramids were built by slaves. Today, historians have proved that hired workers who were well paid worked on the construction sites of ancient Egypt. Since the construction of the pyramid required a rather long time, up to several decades, the creation of the tomb usually began almost immediately after the accession of the pharaoh to the throne. Until 1880, the Cheops pyramid remained the tallest building on the planet. Most of the pyramids were tombs only formally. They served as symbols while the bodies of the rulers of Egypt were buried in the Valley of the Kings. Part of the interior of the largest pyramids is open to tourists, but it is forbidden to take photos and videos there. In Egypt, it is illegal to climb ancient structures. Those who do decide to do so will face immediate arrest and a heavy fine. The engineers of ancient Egypt used the principle of the golden section, although it was discovered by the Greeks only several thousand years later. Scientists believe that this was an intuitive finding. When planning to visit the pyramids, be sure to include in the program a visit to the largest archaeological expositions, the Great Egyptian Museum in El Giza and the Egyptian Museum of Cairo. It is here that the most interesting finds made on the territory of the ancient necropolis are stored.